back to One Woman. I'm your host, Charlotte Brown, and today we've been broadcasting from Calgary, Alberta, from our One Woman Fearless event. My next guest is Carla Hampshire. Welcome to the show, Carla.
Thank you for having me.
Carla was another one of our incredible speakers today, had an incredibly inspiring story, who after the age of 40 decided to get into bodybuilding.
I know.
So tell me a little bit about that and what the inspiration was behind these goals a little bit later in life.
Yes, I stepped into the gym at age 36, and it wasn't for me, it was to buy a gym membership for my husband. But as soon as I stepped into the gym for the tour, I was just captivated by what was there. I still get goosebumps when I tell the story because I didn't know I was looking for it, but it found me. It was like a bolt of lightning, and I needed to be in this gym. Wow. I needed to experience what was happening in there. And so after Christmas, we purchased a gym membership for myself, and I was so excited about bodybuilding. I read everything there was to read on it, and on nutrition as well. But there was one element, and that was the fear element. It held me back for 10 years. But at age 46, that passion just became stronger and stronger, and then the fear disappeared. And at a ripe old age, I stepped onto a bodybuilding stage, and it was amazing.
Yes, and I think some people think that you hit an age where you can't do those kind of things, and you broke those barriers and you said, no, this is something that I want to do. So what are the steps to overcome those, limitations that we put on ourselves? If we say, we can't because we don't have enough this, or I'm too old, or I'm too this, what got you through that?
It's a clarity thing. Once you're clear about your goal, then nothing can stand in your way. So you have to take the time, sit down, journal, whatever it is you need to do, find out what you're good at, what you like to do, what you're curious about, and put those things on paper. And if you need to, meditate, go for a walk, think about these things. But once you gain clarity about your goal, there is nothing to stop a fearless woman to go after that.
Yes, absolutely. And that was the foundation of your talk today, was the 4 C's that you need to do to really be able to live that fearless life. And maybe let's touch on those 4 C's and a little tip for our viewers on each of them maybe.
Absolutely. So clarity would be the first one, as I mentioned. And those are the questions that I propose to the audience today is, what do you like to do? What are you good at? What are you curious about? Now, some people, once they start writing things down, and don't stop yourself, just keep writing, they discover things about themselves. And so once you gain that clarity, then you need to move on to the next step, which is courage. Now, sometimes we have clarity, but we still have that fear. And once you break down that fear and step into your courage, then comes commitment, which is the 3rd C. You need to stay committed to what it is you need to do to achieve this goal. And then your reward, once you've gone through the clarity and the courage and the commitment, is confidence. You gain that confidence by going through all those steps, and once you experience one success, it will help you go after new goals and try new things. I mean, writing a book for myself, that was a new and big goal that I went into after the bodybuilding, after I had taken first place in the World Championship. I wanted to bring my experience and my education into a book and to share that with women and inspire them to be healthy, to be happy, and live fulfilling lives.
Right. And does it get easier then to be more brave? So, you go into bodybuilding, you step on stage, and you don't just step on stage, but you win first place. You go back to school later in life, you become an accomplished author. Does it become easier to be fearless?
Dale Carnegie says, once you have that first success under your belt, the next step will be easier. So gain that courage to go after that first big goal that you have. Take those little steps to get there, and the next success will happen for you. Indeed it will.
Yes. And how important was it all coming from within? Did you have a support network? Is it a combination? Do you build your team of people that help support those goals, or can you do it from within? What's your suggestions and ideas on that?
So it begins from within, but you need that support group. For myself, doing the bodybuilding thing, I needed a coach. And he was there. It was via email. This was all online coaching, but it was daily, daily, daily. And that really kept me motivated. And I could not have done it without the support of my husband and my 6 children. They were all so proud of Mom. They would tell their friends, Mom was a bodybuilder. So yes, you need that accountability group for sure. It helps you succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And lots of times we let excuses get in the
Oh,
way. So I'm
absolutely.
listening to you. You have 6 children.
Yes.
6 children, you know, and I'm sure you had a job and all these other things to juggle. And, you know, what would you say in terms of, like, how do you get beyond those excuses?
You have to summon that courage and identify what it is in your life that you need to say no to. Be brave. There are many things you need to say no to. And once you start saying no, then all the yeses become a lot easier. But it takes that little courage to begin saying, no, I'm not going to eat this junk food. No, I'm not going to skip my training today. And I'm not going to stay up late and watch so many movies until I'm tired. I'm going to focus on my health. And once you say no, then you can say yes and move forward.
Right. So I guess for Carla, that meant for you to make yourself a priority. And that's something that a lot of women struggle with. They'll
Yes.
put everything and everyone else before themselves. So any tips for our viewers that really how you need to look at things to be able to finally make yourself a priority?
Exactly. You know, you can't pour from an empty cup. If your cup is empty, you will have nothing to give to those around you, your family, your friends, your community. You have to fill your cup. And putting yourself first may sound selfish, but if you don't, you won't be able to help anyone else, including yourself.
Wonderful. Very, very good advice for our viewers. I really want to thank you, Carla, for being on the show today, sharing your tips, sharing your passion, not just with our viewers today, but every woman that was here in the audience. You did an amazing job. Be sure to keep watching. We have one more guest coming up, and you won't want to miss this one.